Hi, Grétar here at Solice. Today I want to talk about cross addiction and what that is. We, as people, addicts and alcoholics, we have an insanely addictive behavior. And we can become addicted to almost anything. From my own personal, experience, I can get addicted to almost anything. I've been addicted to sex, I've been addicted to money, I've been addicted to drugs, alcohol, other people, cars, status, almost anything. And a lot of us experience that. It's almost like we find something that is good and we suck the life out of it, like suck the life out of it. We use it until it's burned out. We overdo almost anything. And that is one thing that we have to be very careful about if we want to have a happy, sober life. Well, first of all, there are a few things we have to stay away from, in my opinion. Of course, there is absolute abstinence of drugs and alcohol, that goes without saying. But I recommend people do not play around with gambling. Like, if you're an addicted person, do not. Stay away from unhealthy relationships. Well, when we can. Stay away from binge sleeping, binge eating, like anything. Try to have as many things in moderation as you can. A lot of people don't actually know it when they're addicted to, for example, you get over addicted on health. I did that too. I overtrained. I was in the gym up to 6 hours a day, eating perfectly, like abusing steroids heavily. Like I've done, almost any, name it, almost I've done it. And that's why I think we're fully capable of recognizing if you're falling into another path, because we all know how it is and how we can be. We can get obsessed on things, computer games. Like a lot of people that come to me, like the younger generation especially, they get obsessed on computer games and they want to be, this is their life. Like, and in the end, they don't bathe, they don't take care of themselves, like with any other addiction. So taking away, what actually helped us escape the world, which were drugs and alcohol, is something that, is perfect. But we have to make sure we don't fill that gap with just another addiction. And because that is equally bad. It makes you, it brings up the same feelings. Addiction is addiction. So whatever we do here is we try to follow up on you and we keep in contact with you. And what I mainly am trying to do there is trying to just pull you in the right directions and make sure you stay on the right path. And cross addiction is a thing that we go deeply into. We talk about it, we lecture about it, and when you go and leave these facilities here, you will have a very deep and good knowledge of cross addiction, how to avoid it and how to stay away from it, and how to attack, how to realize if you're falling into that path, if you are, getting into something that you shouldn't, and catch yourself before you're fully in. So this topic is very important, but a lot of people forget it because they look at somebody that is in the gym 24/7. And I was one of those people. I was sober, I was competing in sports, competing in strongman, I was training people, I was the pillar of health. But in reality, I was highly addicted to training, steroids. I was hiding away in this massive body. I was 140 kilos almost, a tiny little lost boy in a huge man's body. Because I hadn't dealt with any of my problems. I just went from drinking and drugging into sports. I had the same feelings, I had the same issues, I had the same things bothering me 24/7 because I hadn't dealt with them fully. But with extensive work on me and helping others, doing all the things I should do, and taking, advice from others and listen to others, I got there eventually. And just when I realized Like I had gotten all my, like I set myself so many goals in sports, for example, and when I achieved them and I still felt like a tiny little boy inside, I felt horrible. And that's when I realized this was just one more addiction. It was just one more thing that I was doing to hide away from the world. So I hope you guys will have one day, a time to sit down with me, come here, meet me, and we can talk about it. Thank you. See you later.